Coming up today, what does quantum physics and the internet have in common? Will you now have to pay to subscribe to YouTube channels? And will your Xbox always require an internet connection? All that and more on today's Tech Link Daily. Hey guys, welcome to Tech Link Daily. This is your daily place to get the hottest tech news where we break it down for you and give you our opinions. This is a daily show, like I said, that will run Monday through Friday, taking a look at the hottest tech news. We'll break it down for you a little bit and then we'll give you our opinions on it. It's kind of cool, right? Well, I hope that this will become a permanent part of the LogicLounge YouTube channel. So thank you so much for being here and tell us what you think about this, because this is our first episode, first video in our series. So tell us what you think after this episode. I am really willing and ready to listen to your feedback. Our first story comes from the MIT Review, entitled, "Government Lab Reveals It Has Operated Quantum Internet for Over 2 Years." Now, I'm no scientist, so I can tell you right now, my information may be a little off, my understanding might be a little off, but I don't have a PhD in quantum physics. No. I have a high school degree and I'm working on my college degree right now because I'm in school, I'm home for the summer. Anyways, I'm going to refer to the article, and you can't see it, there's a computer right here staring at me so I can read this for you. This is what I understand and what the MIT Review is stating. So basically, it's known as quantum cryptography, and it's a straightforward technique for any half-decent quantum optics lab. So it's basically sent over fiber optics. These systems have an important limitation, however. The current generation of quantum cryptography systems are point-to-point connections over a single length of fiber. So they can send messages from A to B, but they can't send them onwards to C, D, E, and F. And that kind of, sucks right now, because that's how our current internet is set up. The internet is one big tube that splits off into multiple little tubes, and then into multiple little tubes again. You basically have the backbone of the networks in the United States, which means that there's these big companies that basically handle all the data. Then those big companies will actually sell off their wires to other companies who will build off of them into these branches out. So basically it's the main backbone, then it's like a sub backbone into, let's say, Seattle for existence, and then you have it again offshooting into individual substations, and this can happen for multiple substations, substation to substation to substation, but then finally it routes itself to your house. So basically, you're at the end of a very long cable with many splits, and that can't happen right now with this quantum internet because it needs a point A and B. So you would have to be directly connected to whoever you're getting the information from, and that's not very useful right now. So that's the great feature. That important limitation probably will make it so that you'll never see this inside of your home. But it might be great for secure communications for governments and stuff like that. And that might be where it's located at right now, but I wouldn't see this coming into your home anywhere in the future. The next one comes from TechCrunch, which states, Adobe goes all in with subscription-based Creative Cloud, will sell CS6 for now, but will stop developing it. What does that mean? Well, it means that they've stopped actively developing CS6 and now they're moving on to CS7. And even though they're still producing the boxed copies of CS6, well, they're alluding that CS7 won't see boxed copies anymore. You'll have to move over to their subscription or their download service, I believe, where, well, you have to subscribe for a monthly fee to the service. You can't buy the copy and actually hold on to it anymore. And I think this is partly due because everybody likes to pirate their software, because even I agree, and I own it, that really Adobe costs too much for a person. Even for somebody who's just getting started, wants to do video editing, even most established businesses, $3,000 to $4,000 for a suite of products is a lot of money. But with this new subscription service, it is now a lesser fee. It's about 30, 40 bucks a month, and you get access to their entire suite. So you get access to Photoshop, Lightroom, Premiere, After Effects. You get their whole suite, which is great. But I still think that they're charging too much. And that's been the trend from Adobe, is that they charge way too much for products. And, well, even though it's probably going to be a better deal overall, because you get constant updates and you automatically switch to the next version. That's what's great about it, is that when they come out with the next version, let's say they come out with CS7, you subscribe to CS7, then they come out with CS8, you don't have to pay the upgrade fee for CS8. You get CS8. They automatically give it to you through Creative Cloud, which is great. I love that. But again, charging too much. And, well, I'd like to see them bring that price down, and I bet they'd bring in even more people and make even more money if they brought that price down. But that's Adobe, and that's how they feel. So, yeah, CS6 is not being developed. CS7 will probably be download only, and we'll see what happens when it comes out. This next story comes from the long-standing gaming rumor mill that the next Xbox will require an always-on internet connection. And what's an always-on internet connection? Well, that means that you must be connected and active on the internet all the time to use your Xbox. You can't use it offline. You can't unplug it. You can't do anything. It always has to be plugged in, or you can't use the Xbox. And that, my friends, is where Microsoft would have failed massively with their next Xbox. They wouldn't have sold so much. They might have seen people going to the PS3 for all we know. But a report from Ars Technica says Microsoft next Xbox will work even when your internet doesn't. That's great. Microsoft, hopefully, if they had already planned to do this, maybe they've gotten the message finally that you can't require always-on internet connections. Because I guarantee you, a large portion, and I mean a large portion, like a couple percent, and you might say, only a couple percent, that's not a lot for Microsoft. Well, yes, that is a lot for Microsoft, because they actually take a hit on their hardware. Their hardware is actually sold at a break-even or less than break-even price. Where they make all their money back is software. All the games that they license and they give permission to use, that's where all their money comes from. So they usually sell the Xbox at a loss. Just like Amazon sells their Kindle Fire at a slight loss, but they know that you'll probably buy something from them so they can make up that cost. So this is a great move for Microsoft. Their next Xbox, whatever they call it, 720, 11080, whatever they call it. I'm glad that they're not going to require an always-on internet connection, because that would have brought a lot of people to not buy the next Xbox. I'm certainly looking forward to the next Xbox that will be coming out in, well, the next couple of months. I think by Christmas time is what we're quoted as right now in the rumor mills. They're supposed to be having an Xbox event later this month that we will cover, and to see exactly what they have in store for the next Xbox. So, next Xbox won't require an always-on internet connection. Next up comes a kind of cool but kind of scary story from Forbes saying, meet the Liberator, test firing the world's first fully 3D printed gun. That's right, a fully 3D printed gun. On one hand, great. 3D printing is there. 3D printing is getting so advanced that we can create actual working things. We can, it can stand up to pressures. It can function. We can make things fully 3D. That's great. I'm so for that, and I love 3D printing. I haven't used it, but I've touched things with it. I've seen them work. 3D printing is completely awesome, and I gladly support people's efforts for that. But unfortunately, a gun is where some people might get a little bit of with it, because, well, 3D printers don't cost a lot relatively. I mean, you can buy one for $1,000 or $2,000 and then you can start using it. But think, this might put weapons into the wrong hands, because basically you're opening it up to underground firearm making. Now, I will say, though, that these guns aren't really going to work that well. I mean, they work. They test fired the gun and it works, but it'll only work for a couple shots. I mean, it is still plastic, and when guns are firing, you have intense heat and pressure, and so it might explode at any time. It might deform at any time. So, I mean, you still have that aspect, but as soon as we get stronger plastic, stronger materials that we can 3D print, well, that's going to open it up to a lot of underground markets making guns. Although it does take a while. I think it took like 2 or 3 months to be 3D printed, I believe. So maybe, I don't know. I think it also opens up the aspect for untraceable guns too, because you can fire it once if you need to, and then you can destroy it, and well, it can't be traced back to you. So that's the scary part of it. That's the good part of it. You decide. 3D guns, good or bad? I don't know yet. I'm leaning towards bad, though. Last up in Google news, the Gadget website reports Google apparently set to unveil paid YouTube subscriptions this week. That's right, up to 50 channels this week could get paid subscriptions. And, well, it's not that much, really. I mean, it's about $1.99 a month if you want to subscribe to a channel. And this might be great for select channels depending on what content they're bringing out. This channel will always be free to watch. We rely on ads from Google to help pay for our costs to produce these videos. So we'll always keep our videos free. But let's say you're a TV studio or a much higher production with a lot of watchability. Well, these subscriptions could be great for you. It could be a little mini TV show on YouTube, and that subscription kind of takes the place of, well, you subscribing to TV services and then TV services paying these markets to bring in those channels. So it's great. I think it is. 50 channels. It's going to be probably a very good stepping stone to see really if you can charge and if people would pay for subscription services, paid subscription services to full channels. I mean, right now you can rent and buy movies on YouTube. I know that for sure because I own, I think it is Transformers 3. I got it free through my Nexus 7 purchase, but it works the same way, that it's available on YouTube whenever I want to watch it. So you can buy movies on YouTube, you can buy TV shows on YouTube, but fully subscription channels, that is probably going to be the turning point for YouTube and to see really if it's viable. Because we all know YouTube actually loses money every year. They've rarely had a point where they report a positive figure. So this subscription service, $1.99 for a full month of videos, depending on how many videos are being produced, might be a great deal. You never know. We'll see how that rolls out and see if anybody subscribes, because that is going to be the biggest thing for YouTube and for Google's next step on YouTube. All right, on to hardware stuff. I usually get hardware in from wireless routers to switches to speakers and beyond. And when I do that, I will share my initial unboxing and impressions with you here, and then go ahead and do the full review on a separate video later in this LogicLounge YouTube channel. So first up, what we have is, boom, right here, a Clout perk that I got from Clout. And you don't know what Clout is, it's a social sharing website that gives you a score based on your social ability. And it connects Twitter, Facebook, Google+, all of your social accounts, and gives you a score out of 100 based on it. And I believe I'm about 69, 70 around there. I believe you'll have to check my Clout score for this. This is a perk that I got for being such an influencer and a high scorer is, well, this Dollar Shave Club kit. And if you don't know what Dollar Shave Club is, it's a nice website where you can sign up for them to send you razors every month to be able to use them as a subscription service beta. Well, it's not really a beta, it's just a website, I guess. So this is what I have right here. First up, I have shave butter. Dr. Carver's Easy Shave Butter, to be exact. Non-irritating and safe for sensitive skin. This is for buttering up your face, apparently. Let's give it a smell. Smells kind of good. I don't know what it really smells like. It doesn't smell like butter. I don't know if you'd want to cut my face, though. Anyways, moving on. They also sent me a very nice handle. I mean, it's very grippy, very nice, very solid, not those like cheap plastic ones that you usually find. It's actually made of, well, it feels like metal or very tough plastic, and nice and grippy. And then they sent me four blade blades, which is very cool. And on the back it says, "It's okay to get burned by the 10 at the bar, not your razor, the chairman." I don't know what that means. It says change blade each week. So there you go. I get one blade every week. I only shave once a week though. So maybe I should try to shave more and use this service, because I think it's kind of cool that you can subscribe to a service that sends you blades every month so that you can use them, keep always up to date. Because that's one of the things that I've always hated about shaving, is really keeping up with when I'm supposed to change my blades. This is a great service. When you get new blades, change them out. Got a little note from them. My mother always said, "A shoemaker always sticks to his last." I have no idea what that means. She says a lot of stuff that makes no sense. So does my mother. She always says stuff that doesn't make any sense. So, there you go. Check them out. dollarshaveclub.com. I have mine. Now you get yours. All right, I've rambled on for way too long now, so let me end with the question of the day. Would you subscribe to paid YouTube channels? Let us know in the comments down below. Be sure to like, be sure to favorite, be sure to share this video for all to see. You can follow us on our social media profiles, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all under the username of LogicLounge. And as an added treat for you guys, we know that you guys love to send us stuff, so go ahead, join our Reddit subreddit, where you can post links to technology stories, and they may be featured in the next day's Tech Link Daily. So check us out on Reddit at reddit.com/r/techlinkdaily. Please come with your links, share them all, comment, upvote, downvote, side vote, left vote, whatever you do to vote. So go submit stories over there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, be sure to like, be sure to share, favorite. Whatever you guys do to get this video out, share it, please. Share it, share it, share it. I will see you guys tomorrow for another Tech Link Daily.